Hello everybody, this is Dr. Eric Insko, and in this video I want to use logic to decide whether or not this statement is true. So, if I ever make any money from YouTube, then I will give all the profits to Central College Journey scholarships. Those are scholarships for our Central College students. All right, so is this statement true or false? We'll figure it out in the next few minutes, so stay tuned. All right. So again, this is a statement of if P then Q, or P implies Q. And the premise P is that if I make money from YouTube, then I'm going to give it away to Central scholarships. So all the students will be happy because they're getting an amazing free education. All right, so let's look at the different possibilities for the truth values of the hypothesis P or the conclusion true, or Q. So if P is true and Q is true, then the implication P implies Q is true. Now, if P is true, but there's an example where Q is false, so that would be like if I got money from YouTube, but I didn't give the profits to Central College scholarships, then people would be upset. So that's an example where my claim would be false. Now, the last two rows are examples of vacuous truths. That's where the hypothesis of the if P then Q statement is false. And in this case, there's nothing to check, right? If I don't make any money on YouTube, you can't make a decision on whether or not I was telling the truth about Q. There's really nothing to worry about. So in those last two, the last column and the last two rows, we just evaluate those to true because, again, in logic, we have to either stamp it true or false. We might as well assume or be optimistic that the hypothesis is, if the hypothesis were going to be true, that the conclusion is true. Okay, so that's the idea of vacuous truth. Let you soak that in because there'll be a pop quiz at the end. Okay, let's look at another example. Let's say that we have car insurance and you have a contract with your insurer that says if you get in an accident, then they're going to pay you out the value of your car to make you whole, right? So if P, then Q. So in the first row, if the hypothesis is true, if you get in an accident, then there are two cases. If Q is true, right, that they're going to pay you back, you're going to be happy. If Q is false and they run away with your money, you're going to be very upset, right? On the flip side, in the vacuous truth case, if there's no accident, you're cruising around in your car and you're as happy as can be. You really don't care what they were planning to do, whether they're going to pay you out or just, declare bankruptcy and run away with your money. Okay, so in either of those cases, you're vacuously happy because you didn't have to worry about the contract at all. Okay, here is one more example that I bet has probably happened to you at some point in your life. Let's say that you had a rule that says if you have homework, then you can't play any video games until you're done with the homework, okay? That's the house rule. And your mom walks into the room and she sees you playing video games and she says, "Hey, are you done with your homework?" And what are you going to say? Yeah, of course, I didn't have any assigned today, okay? So now, this is a vacuously true statement because the premise, if you have homework, was false. You didn't have any homework assigned, so you naturally just get to go straight to playing video games. So hopefully that makes sense, like a real-world example of a vacuous truth. All right, let's go back to the very beginning. If I ever make any money from YouTube, then I will give all the profits to Central College Journey scholarships. What do you think? Is this true or false? Based on what we just learned, if you're fact-checking it, what are you going to say? Drum roll, please. Okay, hopefully you fact-checked that as true, because as I told you earlier, I've never made any money, but if I do, I will give the money away. And even if I ever do make money, I'd be happy to give the profits away to Central College Journey scholarships. Have a great day. Take care.